Good evening. I'm Chanel, Vehicle Title Expert. I thank you so much for tuning in and thank you in advance for subscribing. So I will continue with the series tonight, auto registrations, and tonight's segment, I will be talking about a favorite one that many of you will love, and that is antique registrations. This is a very popular, well-loved subject. Just want to share a few things on tonight to keep you guys informed. Many of you comply with the rules, but a lot of you do not. So I just want to talk a little bit about some things that you want to keep in mind if you currently have an antique vehicle or you will be getting an antique vehicle. So you just want to stay tuned for that. So let me start off by saying I am not the registration police. I see a lot of foul and illegal things on the road, but I'm just telling you guys what I see. But for those of you out there who have antique vehicles, you really want to be mindful and just comply with your antique registration laws based on your state. So very briefly, your vehicle is going to be an antique in DMV standards if it's 25 years old or older. That's going to be the starting point there, which will determine whether or not you can get those antique plates. Also, this next tip here is very important, and I see a lot of people do not adhere to this tip. You cannot drive your antique vehicle every day. Okay, you cannot. The purpose of the antique vehicle is for you to drive it to and from shows, which normally takes place on the weekends or sometimes maybe a holiday. But you have the shows, you have the parades, you have conventions, you have the antique clubs. That is the main purpose of you driving that antique vehicle. I see a lot of folks on the road every day with antique plates on their vehicle. And, folks are, driving the vehicles to work. They're going to the coffee shop, and I can go on and on. You really want to be careful. You could come across law enforcement that may not be as gracious. They're not going to want to hear any excuses as to why, you are out there, driving the antique vehicle outside of, the times that you're supposed to be driving. So keep that in mind. I see a lot of people that drive their antique vehicles, leisurely, as they would a regular vehicle. Another thing you want to look at is to qualify. DMV normally would require you to have another non-antique vehicle. So you will have to have another vehicle, passenger-related vehicle that you will use, outside of the antique vehicle. The reason for this is because, again, you're not supposed to be driving your antique vehicle every day. So DMV wants to make sure that you do have another vehicle to drive outside of the antique one, okay? And, your antique vehicle, you pay that fee. Normally that fee is going to be that one-time fee for the vehicle at hand. No decals or anything like that is permitted as well. So, those are the things you really want to keep in mind if you're going to have the antique vehicle. Make sure you do your research based on your state before you visit the DMV. Before you visit, you don't want to go there and assume just because your vehicle is 25 years old or older, there are other conditions you need to keep in mind, and different forms also pertaining to your state. So make sure you are aware of that and just don't visit DMV blindly. If you have any questions about antique registrations, if you want feedback, or if you're in an antique vehicle registration situation at this time and you need guidance, I do want to hear from you. So feel free to drop me a line below. Please visit me at wisdomandauthority.com. Please click, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to hear from you soon.